Now, speaking of people who are not going to make it, my old friend Roland Burris. He lied. He lied twice over. First, during the impeachment proceedings of Governor Blagojevich, he said, oh, Blagojevich, who's Blagojevich? Never heard of the guy. He said never heard of the guy, but I said I didn't have a conversation with him. I had one conversation with an aide at one point, but we didn't talk about any kind of money or any kind of favors or anything along those lines, right? That's what he said during the impeachment trial. Well, that was a lie. It turns out he spoke to the governor's brother, he spoke to the governor's chief of staff, and to two other associates. And we found that out yesterday, and then today we find out he lied about the content of the conversation. He said, well, but I didn't do any favors, and they didn't ask for any money, and I didn't give any money. Well, it turns out, yes, they did ask for money. Now, again, it's not direct cash like, hey, Roland, how much you got in the bank? Take it out and deliver it in a white paper back to Blago's office. No, but it's in the terms of political favors, in terms of money raised for Blagojevich's campaign. Now, Blagojevich is already embattled at that point, and he desperately needs the money. So Burris said, no, they didn't ask for money. Now he's saying, yes, they did ask for money. And then he said, well, no, I didn't give it to him, or try to give it to him. And now he's saying, yes, I did try to give it to him. In fact, he tried to put together a fundraiser, and the only reason why he couldn't raise any money is because nobody was buying what Blagojevich and Burris were selling. He went to go raise money, and people are like, hold on now, let me get it right for you. Hell no! Hell no, can't do it, man. Can't win with it politically, that's for sure. Can't play with it, can't fundraise for it, can't do it. So they snuffed him out on that. And now Burris comes around and says, well, see, I didn't raise him any money. But you lied about it like 8 times over, and you tried your best. You just couldn't do it because you suck. And you couldn't gather up the necessary folks to raise the money for him. So he's in a world of trouble here. And he should be. His thinnest defense is that when push came to shove, he didn't actually give Blagojevich any money. But that's a really, really weak defense. And I don't think it's going to fly. I don't think it should fly. I think they got to remove him. Now we're going to get into the technical procedures of, is he, he's innocent until proven guilty. How do you remove him from office? Is it in Illinois? Is it the federal government? Is it the Democrats? Is it the Republicans? It's a nightmare. It's a mess. That's why they should have never sat him in the first place. But they went in for the, concessions, and we're all going to get along, and everybody's going to hold hands, and it's going to be fine. And as I suspected, it isn't fine. And now they're going to have to remove him, I think. And certainly he's got no chance in 2010 when that election happens for real again. Now, Blagojevich is out of office. You got a new governor in Illinois. So if they were to remove him, the new Democratic governor could appoint a Democrat there, hopefully not one who's implicated in any of this mess. Or they could have a special election. We can go back to that idea. But now we're almost closing in on 2010. So the special election idea loses a little bit of appeal on that count. Should they have done a special election in the get-go? Look, I argued against it because for strategic reasons, right? But that probably would have been the fairest thing to do, as Feingold pointed out. And as Citizen Uyghur, I said, yeah, they probably should have a special election. As Democratic strategist, I advised against it. But look, again, wearing those two different hats, if I'm an advisor for the Democrats, I say just bulldoze, man. Yank his ass out of office. You got a new Democratic governor. He appoints someone, and you put his ass in. That's it. You're done. Don't hear any griping, okay? Move along. Now, if I'm a citizen of Illinois, I say, this is a mess. Just give me a special election real quick. Let's go. Because if you can't do it quick, it's going to be one election after another. It's going to be silly. But let's get this thing resolved. All right, so we'll see if Burris can fight all the way to 2010, or if somehow they're going to find a way to remove him. But it appears he's guilty.